What's up, everybody? You best get mentally prepared because we're about to check out a wild Japanese ice cream feeding frenzy. So I was cruising around downtown Tokyo when I came across a 7-Eleven. I sprinted inside that 7-Eleven and locked onto the ice cream aisle like a diabetes-seeking missile. And take a look at that cookies ice cream sandwich. It's looking pretty good, but I wanted something a tad more exotic. Can you blame me? And what's this? Could this be the ice cream I've been searching for? I think it is. Pretty much, we got a macaroon ice cream sandwich on our hands. I never had an ice cream like that before, so I decided to put that puppy into my cart. Next up, I started perusing around even more ice cream varieties, not because I wanted to, but because I actually needed to. I mean, I literally had no choice in the matter. I was being propelled forward, not by my conscious free will, but by some supernatural buck-wild force. And whoa, baby, what do we got here? We got some raw chocolate and ice cream mochi action. That seems pretty cart-worthy, don't ya think? And what's this? They got some Cold Stone Halloween ice cream? That shit seemed a tad outdated, so I decided to give it a pass. So let's see what else they got around here, and oh my dogs, what is this? We got a Haagen-Dazs crispy sandwich with strawberry fromage ice cream inside? That looks like a mighty fine ice cream right there. In fact, I'd even go as far as to say as it's looking cart-worthy as fuck. Now all I needed was one more ice cream, just one more, and lucky for me I came across a blueberry chocolate ice cream bar. It seemed like a good source of antioxidants, so I jammed that into my cart, made my purchase, then I sprinted on back to my apartment. Now, the precise nanosecond that I set foot back inside my apartment, I felt the intense desire to feed my fucking face. I knew deep inside my heart that I deserved only the highest quality Japanese convenience store ice cream, and you best believe I didn't have a moment's hesitation to go for that macaroon ice cream sandwich. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm literally stunned right now. Never before have I seen such a buck-wild ice cream concoction. This is some space-age shit we're dealing with here, and I think it's safe to say it's looking so fucking future. Now I could just bite into this bad boy, but why do that when I have the option to cut it in half? After all, I'm a civilized man of the modern era. I gotta cut up my food and keep it all nice and classy, and whoa, what the fuck's going on around here? That damn macaroon decided to go all uncooperative on my ass. It got a little bit cracked, but that's okay, I'm trying to move on with my life. I'm trying to maintain my inner calm in the face of a macaroon with some serious attitude problems. Nevertheless, despite its delinquents, even I got to admit that macaroon ice cream sandwich is looking pretty nice. So I feverishly bit into that ice cream sandwich, and upon initial bite, I gotta say I was a tad surprised. Truth be told, I haven't really had many macaroons in my day, so I don't know exactly what to expect from them. I kinda thought macaroons were supposed to taste magical, but I don't know the exact details. I mean, this ice cream sandwich is okay, but I think I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 5 dogs. Reason being because that ice cream was good, but that macaroon was intensely sweet with an overpowering raspberry explosion of flavor. I mean, it did taste pretty good, it just wasn't my favorite ice cream sandwich of all time, that's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, the next exciting ice cream on deck was a little thing I like to call a raw chocolate daifuku. So I tried to unleash those puppies, but it was kinda hard to get that wrapper off. It seemed like the thing was damn near welded on top. Nevertheless, I did eventually get that top off, and wow, just wow, look at those daifukus. Pretty much, what we're dealing with here is a rice cake infused with chocolate of the highest caliber. I'm actually kind of intimidated by this thing, it's looking buck wild beyond belief. This looks like the Daihuku I never had. It looks like the Daihuku I longed and yearned for in my innocence of youth. I guess what I'm trying to say in a roundabout way is that right there is a pretty nice Daihuku, dare I say, a decent Daihuku. So I carefully cut to that mofo in half, and as you can see, it's looking mighty delectable. Apparently, at the very core, there's some brandy flavored sauce, and that's covered with a layer of ice cream, chocolate ice cream to be exact. Then the outside layer is rice cake covered with cocoa. Anyway, I figured I'd take myself a bite to that bad boy. And oh my fucking dogs, that tasted like the pure essence of chocolate. In fact, come to think of it, it tasted more chocolatey than chocolate itself. Only problem is, I'm having a hard time figuring out the optimal way to eat this bad boy. I mean, when I picked it up with my hands, it was sticky to the max, but now that I'm using this tool, it's precarious as hell. So I moved on to that next Daihuku and tried to get a fresh start. I thought I could eat that puppy straight off the stick, but it sank all the way to the bottom, being all uncooperative-like. So I figured, fuck it, I'm gonna grab this thing with my hand, even though it's slipping left and right, I'm gonna grab this puppy and take myself a big-ass bite. And I gotta say, this is tasting pretty incredible, but I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 5 dogs. I mean, truth be told, it was tantalizingly close to being a 5 out of 5 dogs. It's just so damn hard to eat. I'm trying to keep it classy and gentlemanly over here, but it's kinda hard to do when my fingers are covered with chocolate remnants. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, next up was a little thing I like to call a crispy sandwich. Now apparently the inside is strawberry fromage. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Basically, it sounds like some kind of cheesecake-esque dessert, and I'm getting pretty excited to try it out. Borderline aroused, in fact. So I cut open that packaging and unveiled the sandwich, and oh, man. Look at that ice cream. This ice cream isn't so much a dessert as it is a work of art. Case in point, just take a look at the inside. The inner layer is marbled with strawberry and white, and the outside is flecked. It's almost looking too good to eat, but I bought it, so now I gotta consume it, baby. So I slammed that bad boy down the hatch at dizzying speeds, and the exact fraction of a nanosecond that I detected the flavor of that ice cream, I experienced a rebirth of sorts. I was instantly overcome with an infinite sense of calm, and truth be told, I was feeling one with the motherfucking universe. Basically, I just experienced spiritual enlightenment from a fucking ice cream sandwich. You got that, sweet cheeks? I mean, that ice cream tasted like a cream cheesy, cheesecakey, silky smooth, divine intervention. Add to that some subtle strawberry flavors, and you got the recipe for success. So considering all that, you best believe I'm gonna rate that ice cream sandwich a 5 out of 5 dogs. I mean, not only did it taste incredible, but it also had a profound and lasting impact on my life. It was just that fucking good. So last up, I had one more ice cream left. Just one more. Here we got a blueberry chocolate bar popping off in this bitch. And I gotta say, there ain't no better way to end a wild ice cream feeding frenzy than to ingest some antioxidants. Oh, you heard me correctly, sweet cheeks. I'm a pretty health-conscious guy, and right about now, I think I need some phytochemicals deep inside my body. So let me get a cross-section of this ice cream bar and see what we're dealing with here. And whoa, look at that cluster of blueberries. I'm actually kind of worried this might be too nutrient-dense. Nevertheless, I decided to give it a go. So I frantically chomped into that cross-section, and I gotta say, I was quite surprised. Even though this thing had chocolate in the name, it didn't taste like chocolate at all. What it tasted like was a blueberry supernova of epic proportions. It also tasted a tad cheesecakey, strangely enough. But the overwhelming flavor was blueberry, and I gotta say, not only did I feel those antioxidants pulsating through my bloodstream, but I also happened to feel that sugar spiking my insulin to the motherfucking stratosphere. So overall, I think I'm gonna have to give this a 4 out of 5 dogs. I mean, it did taste edible and it did taste fucking incredible, but it did not help me get in touch with my spiritual side. Anyway, that's about all for this video, but if you want to see even more Japanese ice cream varieties, then feel fucking free to check out my previous convenience store tour. I try out 6 ice creams in that video, and I got that link in my description box. And as always, thanks for watching this video. Why don't you leave a comment? Let me know what you think.